The education system has always been skewed towards the student who perform well academically. Well, no matter where you are, be it a government schoolroom or in a rural village or the entrance center of the country's topmost entrance exam, it has a little offer to the remaining 95 percentile to attain 100%. While only of top 5% get due attention, well, is it fair? And it would also have been fair if it was a well playing field, which is never the case. And the student came from diverse backgrounds and circumstances. Every child does not have access to quality education. Not every child who enters the school is already well versed or confident in one or two languages. Similarly, not every student have access to technology, and one student might have a smartphone but not have internet access, and the others may not even have a smartphone too. Well, let us connect to a parent to know the challenges on this online education. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sir. So, let me know how your kids are able to attend online classes regularly.
Yeah, hi. First of all, I would like to greet and my students are doing well.
Okay.
They are attending their classes regularly. They're
Mm-hmm.
enjoying their online classes,
Hmm.
and sometimes they feel like it's more fun, daddy. We are enjoying it rather comparing to the on-campus classes,
Okay.
and they are getting to learn new things, new techniques,
Mm-hmm.
how to use internet and how to use PC, computer.
Mm.
So all these things they are literally enjoying.
Okay. So, what is the basic requirement of the school management, and what kind of arrangement does school management need to do before taking these online classes?
Yeah, they have to be the students. They nowadays they are when they are going to this online classes. They are not maintaining the timings or on campus classes. They have to be at class by 9 o'clock. The class might start by 9:15, 9:30. Here they are not making up that time.
Hmm.
So they have to do something regarding this thing. And
Okay.
we have small complaints from our kids that they are not understanding classes very well.
Hmm.
So they're supposed to do some. They're supposed to give some notes or something like materials kind of thing over mail
Hmm.
for them to learn after their classes,
Okay.
or a recorded video what
Hmm.
teacher have taught them over class. So they might do these things.
Okay. So, sir, are students able to grasp the knowledge properly?
Yeah, they are grasping they are not completely getting that knowledge, but they are trying to, because it is new to them. They are not aware of online classes, they have not attended classes before this pandemic and all. So
Hmm.
now they are slowly trying to understand, slowly they are trying to learn.
Okay. So, like, will once again the unprivileged students be left behind with these virtual classrooms? Because not all schools are actually started conducting these online sessions. Only the corporate schools are conducting these online classes, but whereas the budget schools yet to actually go forward with these sessions. So, do you think will there be this once again the unprivileged students be left behind?
Yeah, definitely there will be some issues regarding that, schools, corporate schools, who have good fundings, they are attending classes, but the underprivileged schools who are not conducting these online classes, definitely there will be some differences between these both.
Okay.
For this thing, definitely government should do something. They are even children, they are coming from small backgrounds, small places.
Hmm.
So for them, education is necessary for all the students, whether it is a government school or corporate school or anything. government should do something for this thing, because it is like their basic requirement.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, if the government is trying to come up with a long-term strategy and framework to deal with this kind of situation, because government is also trying to kickstart online classes through Doordarshan government channel where students can be able to access education directly through televisions. So, how do you think this idea can really work to provide education to the students countrywide?
So like it is their perspective, like they might have thought like how they are going to teach or what method they have, they are looking to go forward.
Hmm.
So like here now you're talking about Doordarshan channel, like a government is like going to conduct classes over the television, but whereas like all the children may not attend or may not understand.
Hmm.
So like there's like different standard of classes, like first to five primary and then like secondary school and all. So how they are going to manage, we have to look over.
Hmm.
Because
So,
not all the students like they can understand the same thing. Like if at all if they are conducting for primary school students or any classes or something, then what about like secondary students? Like if at all they are conducting for secondary, then how about all primary school students?
correct. Well, similarly, Arvind, with the entry of this technology into the lives of student, another dimension has been introduced in this education system. So we need to keep this into account as a developed long-term strategy, says experts. And do you think it is actually a fact? Can we take it as a development of this long-term strategy, or uh, can we think it over like the students who are left behind just because they couldn't access internet and all, right? So how we can take it, if it is a development or it's a left behind for the remote students, what it is actually happening with this new entry of the technology into the life of student?
Now talking about development, like some of the students are able to learn, some of the students are able to take classes. Like where some of the students they cannot afford a laptop or PC or whatever.
Correct.
So how come we can see the development in this? Like if at all every child, every student is going through classes and all, then I could say like we are like going with development.
Hmm.
Where some students are taking classes, some students are not taking. I will not consider it as a development. Like government should do some other thing where each and every student should get their like education.
Correct. So, what can the government do according to you? Because this is the only first way that government is trying to put forward its efforts to provide education to one and all without any poor and rich bias. And now, what can other ideas be from your end for the government to ensure that every student can access education?
Like long back in some states, like government was providing laptops for students. So
Correct.
here we will not tell them to provide laptop or something, but they could do some or other thing for students so that they can connect to classes.
Okay. What
So
can be the some or the other thing?
they can like give small iPods or so small tabs or something for 3 to 4 students together. They can attend classes, like they can do something like, because today's time like government to provide a tab for each and every student, that is also not possible thing. So at least they can do something like they're giving tabs to 3 to 4 students so
Hmm.
that they can connect in one tab and they can attend the classes. Like if they can do this, that would be more good.
Well, according to me, my perception is that government schools already had a certain scheme called midday scheme. And
Yeah.
now the scheme is not underway because as the schools are completely shut, and there is a immediate need to follow these norms called social distancing, and which cannot be uh, work out when this kind of pandemic happening, and we really cannot control students to ensure that social distancing, and the midday meal completely has completely shut down for temporary purpose on this COVID-19 effect. So, uh, the government is being saved at least a certain amount after this break of at least 4 months of midday meal, which is actually put on hold. I guess the government can hold, can put those amount which is being saved by that meals, and can also provide certain kind of laptops and use the amount to benefit students in the other way. So what do you think of it?
Yeah, the thing what you said is like true. So government have had saved a good amount, but I would not say like they have saved lot of amount, but still they can do this thing like providing laptop or tablet for the students. And the thing what you said like social distancing is like a mandatory thing in today's time. So whereas like 3 to 4 students sitting at a place like having the safe distance is like 3 to 4 feet, they can like in a room they can sit and take the classes like a room of 4 students,
Okay.
which will not affect to social distancing.
Mm.
So here like they can do this thing.
So when the government is actually gearing up to reopen schools from the month of September, so how do you think the decision can be acceptable, and it is fair in the fact that students can also attend classes even in this pandemic, and including this social norms and all?
So here, like day by day, the cases are like growing up. We have reached around like 14 to 15 lakh of cases, and like death is like around 700 something in Telangana.
Mm.
So we have to look over like if we can manage it somehow, like then that is good. But we need to look after like children's health and all. So if at all like if it is something like we are lacking behind due to lack of education and we are like not taking care of this pandemic,
Hmm.
that is also a wrong step. So taking all the steps like looking over all the things, we have to take some other action. It is not like just because of like students are lacking their education, we are taking risk on their health.
Correct. So, Arvind, there are certain states that providing discounted plans to the students in terms of fees. So, fee is something which plays a major role in education. Completely, the country, India, has turned that in a way. Student to get education, they just have to buy education, like if they need a quality education. So on the same line, few states are also trying to provide certain discounted plans to the students as the education turned completely online, but whereas few corporate schools are charging it higher and some are charging it equally to the traditional classroom which they have charged before. So what can be done in terms of fee payments? Will that be fair if the fee is charged equally with the traditional classroom, and if it is higher, what is the case, and if it is actually can be reduced to a level as the classes are conducting only through online?
Yeah, here I could not see any like variation in fee structure like earlier how much they used to charge, still they are charging the same. Like some of the institutions, they are charging more than like a previous thing.
Hmm.
So I would definitely would like to say that today we need to look and we need to do something so that like it is time where people have left with little amount of salary. Like lot of people lost their jobs. So here we have to do something where institutes they have to reduce down their cut down their fees and all. So it will help people.
Okay. So, like, we should also focus on students' attention and creating digital libraries for the students to understand the uh, classes better in a better way. But the corporate schools are just trying to adopt a method, something called as video recorded classes for the students to push in at a particular slot of such subjects. So, do you think this video recorded classrooms will benefit students anyway?
Yeah, definitely it will help them some other way. And
Okay.
like I would like to tell you that like there are some apps like Amazon is providing an app like Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
So here government could get some other apps like that, so that like the notes, what we say, like classes or what students are missing, so they can simply log into that app, and they can get their classes like their notes or things stuff from it. Like so, government could do something like this.
Hmm. Okay. So,
As
Arvind,
you
when
said,
we
like a
hmm,
digital library, right?
correct.
So in form of that, like they can get some kind of app where
Hmm.
student can easily log into that, and they can get their basic like information whatever they are lacking. So
Hmm.
government could do this thing.
Correct. So, Jagdish, when sorry, Arvind, when students can get access to the internet and other sources, where these corporate students are getting forward, and when in certain case some things like happen, building this digital infrastructure might not support to some families, and this kind of students are lacking behind or to attend these online classes. Then what can be done, and what kind of support they can expect from school management?
Yeah, like here, my perspective is like the one who is not able to, or who is not able to afford classes like online classes. Definitely, institutions should help in some other way. Like they are, or they were part of that institute for so long. So
Hmm.
now, if because of this pandemic issue,
Hmm.
if they couldn't afford to attend online classes, the institute should do some other thing. Like they were part of that institute for so long, so institute could help them in giving them some other like classes, or like classes like home classes or some other thing. Like they have to do some other thing.
Okay,
Or
well,
simply they cannot deny that you cannot afford online classes, so we'll leave you at your own risk.
well, thank you so much, Arvind. Thank you so much for joining us today. Well, building a digital infrastructure would take a lot of time, maybe years. Until then, we need to focus on the current situation. Let's divide the population into three major categories, and one set will access to good infrastructure, and we can test with a number of existing tools and also innovate with new ones. And the second, also there will be a limited accessibility, and where the phone might be available for few, and then 1 hour they can have a low bandwidth internet connection, and here the teachers can focus on a low instructions, and where the high practice pedagogical model, where the third one, where it is no access at all. In such cases, we'll have to focus on home delivery of resources, IVR channels for sending instructions and reminders, whereas community radio for longer sessions coupled with doubt clearing slots will help students in having education equally irrespective of the rich and poor bias. And this is with me, Vasvi Kalero, in our today's school scan. Stay tuned to CBR English with a lot more educational updates. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day.